everybody, this is Limitless KRGNN and we're doing another cool review this week. This is from Kamen Rider Gaim Orange Armor, or from the show Kamen Rider Gaim. Or so it's the SIC Kamen Rider Gaim, or SIC stands for Super Imagine Shogun Value. And this is technically the Super Imagine Shogun Valued 72. And this is Kamen Rider Gaim Orange Armor. And this is from the show Kamen Rider Gaim. Gaim is that show that kind of like theme with fruit, and it's really cool. I like it. It's a mixture of armor, history armor with, like, you know, usually samurai and also a little bit of European armor. But it's a really cool series. Sadly, I only got to see up to 30 episodes. I'll be honest with you guys. I never finished the series. And that's crazy. The show is pretty old already, but yeah, I never got to finish it. I only got to see the first 30 episodes. And I still want to finish it even to today, even though I already know how the ends. But yeah, so this is the SIC figure lines that is known for doing such an amazing detail sculpt. It's different compared to the actual how the Kamen Rider looks in the show, but it gives it more of a organic kind of like vibe look, kind of like a Guyver kind of vibe, you know, or just more organic but yet armoristic, and looks really cool. And I dig this line, you know, so I'm happy I got this guy. Now, this guy is pre-owned. You guys can tell the box is a little beat up. I think the only issue when I bought this, that the guy said that the little piece that combines to his helmet, it was broken. So I had to glue it, you know, so it's permanent stuck there now. I can't switch it to this one, to the other side. But yeah, you guys can see the box is pretty owned. But everything's intact. There's nothing missing. It was just that one little issue. But yeah, so let's open this guy up and check out the accessories it come with. Alright guys, so he comes with his cardboard kind of like background for you want to have him display, and it's really cool. Its cardboard is already kind of beat up a little. Again, this mine is pre-owned. But yeah, put this on the side for now. The other stuff he comes with this stand here. I'm just going to clearly see that. It's his, you can take out the armor and have him display with it. Kind of like a samurai armor would be displayed like in the Japanese culture, but it's really cool. And you actually have his swords display here as well. And here's his other one. Has a translucent kind of clear to it. I always like this, like shoot gun / samurai sword. It's really cool. And his lock seats, lock on. They're so small, very small. Can get lost right away. Also comes with to cover the sword. So you come like this, and I think that will hold on better on the display now. Oh yeah. So you got them both like this. Oh, check that out. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And I'm not mistaken, they do combine. Oh yeah, they do. But yeah. And like I said, the lock seats are really, really small. If I'm not mistaken, this white one is supposed to summon like a motorcycle. And then there's the pineapple, strawberry. And I'm not mistaken, this should be orange. Yeah. But yeah. Now let's get a better look at the figure itself. Alright guys, so man, I'll be honest, this thing looks really cool. Yeah, the camera can't capture how awesome this thing looks. So let's get actually a better close look at the figure itself. The scope on this, the paint on this is a whole nother level, guys. My joints are a little loose because this is a pre-owned figure, but man, look at this. Look at this figure. I said figure. I don't know why, but I'm like mumbling right now, but yeah. This thing is awesome, man. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Again, I don't think the camera can capture it. Just how it looks. Look at the bottom. Oh, sorry about that, guys. It actually has the symbol, the logo of Gaim. Looks like the quest of Gaim. Man, I think in the show his suit does the same deal. And right there, you guys can actually put the lock keys right there. That's so cool. Now, I think you could take this off, if I'm not mistaken, so you can combine it to the armor. And this could be all like empty out. Okay, now let's test the articulation on this figure. Alright guys, so he does move forward. He does kind of have like a little bit of that kind of butterfly joint. A little, not a lot. He does bend. Pretty good actually. You guys can see that. These do turn. Now you gotta be careful because the pressure on these do break. Sadly, this figure line is known for the joints to give up over time. But this feels very loose. I actually like that. I prefer loose when it comes to this line, especially this figure line. There's no complaint about loose figure joints because it's just way better. Trust me. If you've never collected SIC toys, they're beautiful sculpted figures, but man, the joints are so tough that they just decay and break over time. So he can't bend forward. Sorry about that, guys. There's trash can behind us. To an extent, he can't move really that high up, kicking wise, split wise here as well. You can't really do that either. He does bend pretty much. He does have ankle privilege, and he does have kind of like a bow joint here. See, that just popped off. Oh man, but it didn't break. It just popped off. Whew, I was freaking out for a second. I was like, no. All right. So he does have not bad articulation right there. You guys can see he has a bow joint there. It's not the greatest, but he does have articulation, so you can have him posing cool positions, not a tense, like a really cool, like he's fighting, but like this is not bad either. But yeah, so you guys want to see him, let me take him apart. You guys can see him how he looks with display with his samurai stand. And we do that now. Actually, I'll start with the head first. So you guys can see that. That's how it looks. Huh. Crazy. And then, if I'm not mistaken, this part comes off slowly, but you have to be careful. You don't break none of the little... There we go. Oh my god, we got this side. And that's how it looks. And I think these supposedly pop off. If I'm not mistaken, but you still have to be very careful. Because they could break. Be very careful. Like, careful, careful, me. So sorry if I know you guys keep saying careful, careful, because it's the only way I don't break this. Now this, how do you take this off? We'll be back in a brief moment. Voila, guys. And that's how it looks, like display, like if a samurai armor was displayed. Now it's not like 100% display nice, but it's okay. And again, it's missing the little quest, this part right here, because mine's is broken. This is pre-owned, but damn, that looks pretty cool. The fact that you have this display as a samurai, has his armor displayed, that is the awesome, cool thing to have displayed, especially its Gaim theme. Let me actually put the little orange one. But yeah, it looks really cool. It'll be cooler to have the little thing right there, but it does not. I could put it with this, and it'll still look pretty cool. But man, this is really cool. Of course, I'm not going to have him display like this. I prefer having his armor, but I am going to have him with the background and his swords right there. I think that's just cool. But man, that looks really cool. Alright guys, so now let's actually check him out with the accessories on and have him pose in different ways. Alright guys, so let's talk about the good and the bad, how much I got it for. So let's start with the bad. The only two bad, and it's superficial, is price range, and I explain how much the price of this item goes for. And you know, articulation does decay, but this one, because it's pre-owned, the joints are very loose, and I'm very glad. Don't get me wrong, it's still, when you pull switch hands, you do have to have caution. That's it. Other than that, this thing, scope wise, paint wise, prosthetics wise, it looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful. I dig Japanese culture, especially when it comes to the samurai armor. And I watched the series. Now, I didn't completed it, but it's a good series. I like it. And Gaim in this, the way it is with the SIC figure line, it just looks so sick. It looks so cool. There are other lines from this series, from the SIC. They came out, and honestly, of the only ones I only really like is this one, and another one that I'll do a future review of. But man, this thing is so cool. So let's talk about price range and how much and where I got it. So sadly, he retails for about 100 to 120 to almost, let's just say almost $200 sealed, brand new. It's just, this is a very demanding, and it's just a very beautiful figure, and that's why there's also a lot of Gaim fans out there around the world that just really like Gaim, and so this figure looks really sick and cool looking. I got mine, and here guys, here's the really cool part about this. I actually got mine for under $30, and that's because he did tell me that the piece was broken and I had to glue it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the hand accessories is missing. Usually it's supposed to come with 4, and I think one's missing, but it was like, I think $28.99 plus tax, and I got it through Macari, and yeah, it was a really good deal, really good bargain. I was so glad and happy that I got this. And it's funny because my girlfriend also likes this show, and when I showed her this, she freaked out. She's like, "No way!" I'm like, "Yeah." So definitely gonna have this guy display. He's just so cool looking. So if you can find him for a really good deal, like I did, go for it. Again, he does retail about 100 and up, so just keep that in mind. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is Limited KRGNN signing out. Like I always say, anywhere that helped the channel out, put thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment. Anywhere that helped the channel out. And adios. Keep on collecting. Bye.